What's up, guys? Names coexist, and today we're taking a very nice, very quick, very blind look at Manjaro. So, I have used Manjaro before, however, I have not used the newer release Gellivara, which is what we are looking at right here in front of you. Now, I have picked out the XFCE edition today because everyone loves XFCE. XFCE is beautiful, it's beautimous, it's great, and the fact of the matter is, it's lightweight, but modern and sleek. Excuse me. So it's modern and sleek. That's what people look for. You know, kind of like. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go the area that I was going. Anyways, let's talk about Manjaro for just a moment. It is a Linux distro, obviously based on Arch. If you don't know what Arch is, you just stay on Ubuntu. If you don't know what Arch is, just stay on Ubuntu. Okay. Manjaro provides all the benefits of Arch, but it's combined with a focus on user-friendliness and accessibility. Manjaro is also available in both 32 and 64-bit versions, which is great for those who have shitty computers that are from like back in the day and still can't manage to get a 64-bit processor. But one of the major benefits of Manjaro is the fact that you get the back end of Arch shoved into an OS where you've already got everything configured for you. So, for those of you who don't know, excuse me, I'm going to turn my fan on high here because it's getting a little warm in here. There we go. For those of you who don't know, Arch is an operating system where you literally build your OS. So you download Arch, which is just a very small, bare bones system, and then from there you build it and you install it. When you first get it, there is no desktop environment. Okay, you're going to be looking at a terminal. I've seen instances where people have gotten Arch because everyone's like, oh, look at my Arch setup, and then someone goes and downloads Arch, puts it on their computer, and then they're like, what the heck? We installed it, and there's no desktop environment. Like, I'm looking at a console. What is this? So it kind of turns people away very quickly. But if you can find a guide online and you can follow instructions, you should be good to go. But for those of you who don't want to go through all that, this is Manjaro. Manjaro. I was going to say Manjaro, but I think it's Manjaro. Also, if you're wanting to get Manjaro here, this is the XFCE edition, but there are also two other flagship editions for Manjaro as well. Those are going to be KDE and GNOME. But mostly we'll be talking about XFCE here because, quite frankly, that's what I have, and that's what I'll be showing you. So as far as stability, once you get everything installed, I have not had any issues with anything whatsoever. And you know what, just for curiosity, we're going to go over here to community releases. I'm going to tell you about these as well. So here's the quote-unquote available spins that they have. You can get it in with the Budgie environment, with Cinnamon, Deepin, which I really don't do Deepin. Deepin is really just... Deepin's pretty, but really glitchy at the same time, so I'm going to stay away from Deepin. Also, there's i3. You've got LXDE. You've got LXQT, which is going to be like a very limited small type edition. And then you've got Mate. Each one of these runs off the same backbones. Really nothing major, difference about them except for this guy here. This guy here is going to be different from all the rest, but that doesn't really even matter. Also, as far as what we're on, let's look and see if there's even anything important to note here. Let's see, release info. We are happy to publish another stable release of Manjaro Linux we call Gellivara. Yada 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 yada. Few can claim to offer such a polished, integrated, and leading-edge XFCE experience. Yeah. So when you get this, you'll be shipped with XFCE 4.12, which is beautimous. They mainly focused on polishing the user experience on the desktop and window manager, and on updating some components to take advantage of newly available technologies, such as switching to a new Vertex Maya theme, which I'm actually not even using that theme right now. So let me show you that theme. I'm sorry, I got a little ahead of myself earlier. Here is this theme, and it's a little I don't know. I really love Arc. I would go install Arc uh, at my most, convenient time. I would install Arc, to be honest with you. So anyways, let's move on. Let's see. There's talk about the KDE edition. We don't care about your KDE edition. Kernel 4.9 is used for this release. You can obviously change this, however, in your settings. They have made it nice and easy for you. It is here somewhere. Let's see. So what you do is you go over here to Manjaro Settings Manager, open up that back boy, and you can see kernel as soon as it likes to open. Oh boy, I didn't break it, did I? I had to double click, right. So, we are on 4.9.38. This is LTS in recommended, and I'm running it, and it's installed. Now, you can go all the way back down to the 3.10 kernel, if you wanted to, which is like really, really like stable. Like that's, yeah. Anyways, you can also go all the way up to real time as well, but I really don't mess with kernels. Last time I did that, I broke something. Not even gonna mess with that. What else can we look at here? Let's see. Here's where it was talking about the MSM, saying where you could provide an easy-to-use graphical interface for installing and removing the kernels. That is great. They've also fixed some stuff with PAMIC and some stuff with the Manjaro Settings Manager as well. I won't go over some of these because, quite frankly, that's not really what I'm here to do. I'm just kind of here doing a quick breeze and what I think of the OS. So, I'm going to come up with a nice little OS scoring system, right? I'll also try to start using this OS for a few days to get a really good feel on it and make an update on it. But for now, as far as looks go, it actually looks pretty good. I haven't had any graphical errors or graphical glitches, anything of that nature. It was installed great and runs smoothly. So I'll give it a, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 on the looks, on how sleek it is and how much eye candy you got to play with, I guess is the word I was looking for. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10 on the looks of it. As far as usability, considering the fact that you've got access to the AUR, if it exists on Linux or Arch, then it can exist here. And most people have already done the work for you. So a lot of people like Better Discord, and I know for a fact that Better Discord is already supported in the Arch user repository. So you can literally one-click install Better Discord and Discord at the same time. So that is great. You can one-click install Google Chrome. That is great. So all that stuff, great. So out of usability, that's going to be 10 out of 10 on usability. Now let's talk about stability. Since I did not have any issues upon installing this operating system whatsoever, I would actually give it a 10 out of 10 on that as well. The Calamares installer was actually very straightforward and easy to use, and for most people they shouldn't have any issues as well. So that's a 10 out of 10. Now let's talk about system resources. If I open up Task Manager here, we can see that we're running about 43% out of the allotted RAM for this machine. So this machine has 2 complete cores, so it's dual core, and it also has 2 gigs of RAM. So if we're hovering around the 43%, that means we're, say, using 700, 800 megs fully right now. Somewhere around that area, 700 to 800 megabytes of RAM, which that's not too bad. So if you have an older machine and you want to kind of revive it, then Manjaro XFCE might be, it might be the OS to do it. A lot of people would, if you're really having a rough time with your computer and you have like 1 gig, this still wouldn't be very suitable because we're already maxing it out and we're not even, well, if you had 1 gig per se, then it really wouldn't be useful because, it's almost to the point to where you'd be using it all. And there's not even any programs open except Firefox. So if you wanted to really go that route, I would have to tell you to go with like Ubuntu or anything with the LXDE, really lightweight distros. but Ubuntu would probably be one of them. But as far as system resources go and how much it uses, it's actually pretty good considering the features and functions you get. I don't know what to call that category, if that even is a category. But let's slap it with a 10 out of 10. Coexist approves. Fuck yeah. What else have we got here? You know what? To be honest, I don't know. I don't think there's really anything else to go over here. Yeah, we went over Thunar. Did I go over Thunar? If I didn't go over Thunar, Thunar is your file manager. You can always change it if you're not a fan of Thunar. Some people really like Nemo. I don't care what I get stuck with as long as it works, to be quite honest. Usually the one that ships with the operating system is the one that works the best. But hey, I can't blame you if you want to change it. So we've got that. We've got Firefox installed by default. We're probably not going to do all that mess. What is this? I don't know what this is. Go away. So yeah, that is a quick... This was a very quick look at Manjaro XFCE. And if you're looking to test out a new OS and you're not used to anything but like Ubuntu, then go ahead and try it. Just, I don't care what you have to do. If you have to stick it on your same hard drive, damn it, try it out. Seriously, give it a try. It's not that bad. A lot of people get on one OS and they stay there. And then you get used to it. And you get a little too used to it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're not exactly experiencing Linux to its full potential. And this is a step closer. And you know, once you find your home, you know, that's perfectly fine to stay there. But every once in a while, it's nice to get out and try some new stuff. You know, like your mom always tells you, hey, you need to get out of the damn house and actually like do something. You know, this is kind of like one of those days where your mom tells you to get out of the house. You just need to try something new. So if you're ever looking for something new and you don't want to just, you know, end up with absolute shit, then go ahead and try out Manjaro Gellivara 17.0.2. Anyways, if you did like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you hated it, you know what to do. There's a dislike button down there somewhere. Maybe I'll hide it from you. If you have used Manjaro or this release or any version of Manjaro before, go ahead and tell me about your experience down in the comments below. I would love to hear some stories on that, or if you're still using it, or if you disliked it, tell us why so we can, you know, evaluate that, because I plan to do a video and talk about Manjaro later after I've used it for a while, and you know, see if I can make it tailored personally for me. So until next time. God, I really need to come up with a better outro.